Originally, when we were talking about this call, one of the things we talked about was the evolution of modern man and what man means and manhood. And, I think through history, it was be the alpha, be the dominant, intense, full driven. And that was the direction of Western society. And I think as we're turning through some of this turning point in our world, I've done a couple of calls with some of my friends that are into the astrology side of things, and a great friend of mine has been talking about some of these things that have happened for a year prior to coming ahead, and it's just been the pivotal changes with some of the planetary alignments and the things that are happening, and whether if you believe in that stuff or not. There's some true alignments that, and if you don't, that's fine, but there are a lot of signs that are pointing in certain directions. And with that is we're moving into a different era that drives more of a spiritual connection with people. And I think our world in general is going there. You're seeing marketing going in that direction. Yeah. Everything from nutrition has been for a while. I take that into supplementation, fitness, lifestyle. The commercialization of yoga and even the meditation stuff that we've talked about. I know in some of my past more alpha type of mentalities, I was like anti-yoga, or like I'm not, I can't do this chanting thing or whatever. And it took me to be broken down to really rebuild up into that and find that side. But being in touch with being driven to be successful, and however you define that, but having the balance of compassion and love, and being a love leader versus a cut your throat leader. And, so I think some of those Western ways are being exposed and for what they are. And there's this new evolution of man that's coming out that is more in touch with themselves, number one, so that they don't have to put up the insecure fronts, and just being genuinely real and intuitive with the present moment and the people that you're with. And I think as we're so forward all the time, as our society has been, it puts us into that stage of kind of alpha, well, I don't know if this is even a word, but alphaism. That is like this culture that has been bred through this stuff. Eat more bacon, grab more guns, and let's, again, whereas I think there's more of a control and a balance in the yin and yang, and you're a guy that I really see as more of what I would classify as an omega type of man that is in touch with himself. So talk to me a little bit about some of your feels on that topic.
Yeah, for sure, man. Yeah, I love what you're saying about that. We're kind of consistently stuck in thinking about things in a way of like there's either this soft side or this hard side. Mm-hmm. Right? So looking at yoga and saying, oh, that's so soft. That soft side, the compassion, the love, the feelings, the intimacy, I think of like eye gazing and vulnerability and, and then there's the other side of like, not being open to that, just being strong, just being goal oriented, just being more masculine, right? And being in control of your life, right? Having your views and sticking to them kind of thing. But I think if we look at when someone's a fully integrated and mature individual, especially men, when you're embodying true love and compassion, right? Everyone's on a journey. As that evolves, it might start out a little softer, but when you embody true love and compassion, the people that embody that are the strongest people.
I think of it like this: you have the strength for the moment, and I think there are times where the intensity needs to be there, but there are also times that love is strength, and even admitting faults or being able to expose yourself can, in the past, would be maybe considered weak, whereas I think being more emotionally out there and putting yourself in a place of vulnerability actually shows some real strength, and to be able to step up and to be able to do that stuff. So I think there's a time and a place where, love or that intensity to fight or whatever that is both have their place and value in whatever that present scenario or situation is.
Yeah, I think there's a wisdom of knowing when to use what, and I think that comes from a maturation process, and that anyone who's made a big impact in human history, any man who is truly influential person in a very positive and good way, has practices in their life that they're doing on a daily basis. And that's what cultivates their maturity and their wisdom, right? And a fully matured, compassionate, loving, and strong man is very far from frail. There's like very little frailty in a person like that. But anyone who's just trying to be strong and is just shutting out love and compassion, they're trying not to be frail, but they're extremely frail. As if their guard breaks down, if their shield breaks down, if their walls break down, what's behind that? But when you're in tune with love, and you're in tune with yourself, and you're strong mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, you have the ability to experience the full spectrum of the human experience without crumbling, budging, or moving one bit. You're just fully present right there, willing and able to feel it all without going soft, as we think of it, right? And I think that's the integrated man. That's what I see. My mentor used the term that I really like. It says the benevolent alpha. So there's kind of the initial old idea of the alpha, and then we can evolve into a benevolent alpha. An individual who's a conscious man that knows that his role is to serve and uplift others, not to have others serve him. We all need a degree of give and take, but if I mature into myself and my mission and my path, and I strengthen myself physically, and I like to be strong physically, but I also make sure I'm strong mentally and emotionally and spiritually, and if I'm really living into my purpose is to serve others, and that gives me strength. And from that place, I offer leadership. From that place, I say the things that I know will support others from a place of wisdom, from a place of deep care. And I see that as being the benevolent alpha.